Look at these two plants. This one is just enjoying and growing happily. The other one is really struggling to grow. So what makes this difference so dramatic? Well, there could be a lot of reasons. The most fundamental reason could be soil. Yes, the soil is one of the most fundamental components for any plant's growth. If you look closely through a microscope, you will see millions and millions of microorganisms living inside the soil. One handful of soil may contain more than 50 billions of microbes. This is more than the human population on Earth. So, what does it mean? Let's check out in this video. Hi, welcome to Trust Basket. I am Kirti. In this video series, we will be learning about how, why, what, when, and everything about garden soil. By the end of this video, we hope that you will be in a great position to decide on the best soil for your garden. Soil consists of four important components: organic matter, inorganic matter, soil air, and soil water. We will look into these in detail and understand how it actually works in the natural habitat of plants, and hope we can mimic the same in our gardens so that the plants will thrive happily. In this video particularly, we will be talking about the organic matter. While trekking in hilly regions, you might have noticed the plants in the forest grow really great. They always look green and happy. Have you ever wondered why plants are so happily growing in the forest? Let's understand the forest. Forest consists of lot of living organisms as an ecosystem. If you closely observe the life cycle inside the forest, so many animals from ants to elephants live along with plants. So these animals give their excreta, and some of the dead animals will get buried into the soil eventually. Also, plants shed the leaves and branches fall off on the ground. All this dead matter will be converted by small insects and so many microorganisms living inside the soil. These creatures work effortlessly day and night, and finally, this complex waste get converted into what is called compost. This is nothing but the organic matter. So, why is this organic matter so important? What does it contain? Like we need nutrition for our growing, plants also require a lot of nutrients, and these nutrients will be taken from the roots and distributed across in the plant. Since this organic matter is made up of all the waste that is produced from the plants and animals, this contains a lot of nutrients and it is extremely rich. Once this is mixed in the soil, plants will be able to absorb these nutrients for their growth. We will be covering in detail the chemical components of all the nutrients that are required for plants in our future episodes. So, how do we get this kind of organic matter for the home garden? Definitely we don't live in the forest, so we cannot really get animals into our homes. So we need to somehow simulate the forest scenario so that we get a similar kind of input for plants. Let us understand what are the kinds of base soil that are available for us and how we can enrich that base soil to make it better. We have collected some samples of soils which are usually available in India. These are some of the sample soils that you might get when you try to dig around an empty plot in the road or you get it from some playground nearby. So let us see one by one and test whether these are any good. If you see the first one, it is completely sticky and contains less organic matter. And this is full of sand, and the other one is kind of dead. So how do you identify whether this is good soil or not? There are a few simple things that you could see. One thing is color. Usually, good soil will be dark in color. Another thing is compactness. Take the soil in hand and try to press it tightly in your palm. It has to make a shape. This proves that it is compact. Now try to break it. It should break easily. This proves that it is compact yet porous. It makes a different shape when you try to break it, then it is too compact. Next is smell. Smell this soil. Soil containing organic matter smells like earth. It will not have any unpleasant smell. Odorless soil may not have any organic matter at all. So, when you try to pick up some soil that's easily available to you, you need to have a check. So, now let us say we have a soil which is not very good, does not have organic matter. Then, what are the possible ways in which we can make it better? One of your ways is you can start making compost by using kitchen waste. There are many ways to do this, but we recommend bokashi composting. This will be the noblest job to do since you will be helping your garden and also the environment a lot by converting waste into something useful. We would consider our efforts fulfilled as more and more people start to do composting at home. If you do not have time and patience to prepare compost, you can buy it from known sources. If you are planning to buy online, buy from a reputed brand. Have a look at what people are talking about the brand. Buy a small quantity and test it. If you are satisfied, you can buy again. Definitely adding compost into your soil will take it a long way and then help your plants to grow really happy. If you see the compost, basically it is prepared by mimicking what happens in the forest. If you take cow dung manure, goat manure, or any other animal manure, basically animals eat the grass or some vegetable waste. In their body, there are a lot of enzymes which work on the digestion. Whatever excreta comes out of it will be stored in some place. Here, microbes will work on this excreta and convert it into a compost over a period of time. In the case of vermicompost, cow dung or vegetable waste is fed to the earthworms, and then they will eat this waste and it will be converted into a very fertile compost. If you compare the other manures, vermicompost is far superior in terms of nutritional quality. We will make a separate video explaining why vermicompost is better than the other manures. Now let us mix not so good soil or dead soil with compost. So essentially you have introduced millions of microorganisms into dead soil, which made it a living soil. These microorganisms works on the matter that is present in the soil and then make it available to the plants to consume. This is like how your mom cooks food for you. For example, there is a bacteria called free-living nitrogen-fixing bacteria named as cyanobacteria, which actually takes the nitrogen from air and makes it available to the plants. So, plants are getting nitrogen for free from here. Like this, many microbes work effortlessly to make the food available to the plants. So, as long as you have the living soil, microorganisms will work on your behalf to help your garden. New plants get the nutrition they want effortlessly. This is like employing the lakhs of people to your garden to help your plants for free. I hope you understood about the first component of soil, that is organic matter. Thank you for watching this video. Bye until next time.
We make interesting gardening products. We sincerely believe that our products will delight you. If you consider buying ready-made soil mixes for your plants, please refer to the link below in the description. If you want to know more about gardening, please like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.